Hey everyone, it's Nicole of NicoleLaboya.com, and I'm super excited to be joining you today to talk about 3 steps to building an unstoppable business. This is just a quick mini training that I feel is so important for women entrepreneurs, especially service-based business owners. So if you are a coach, if you're a healer, if you're a dietitian, if you're a therapist, if you're a counselor, if you're a massage therapist, if you're a chiropractor, if you're a lawyer, like this is really, really, really important. Okay. I really want you to tune into this. If you're watching live, say hello below so I know who you are and tell me what your business is. If you're watching the replay, just drop replay into the comments below. And same thing, tell me what your business is. I want to make sure that you are able to build an unstoppable business, okay? So you might be thinking, what exactly is an unstoppable business? And the truth is that an unstoppable business is one that continues to grow despite you constantly having to put effort to maintain it, right? So that means that you can take vacations. That means you can take time off. That means you can spend time with your family. That means you can travel, and that you won't have to work tons of hours constantly while you're off or away in order to continue to make money, right? This is very important because a lot of us start out with one-to-one service-based businesses only. And that means that we have to physically show up in order to make money, right? And that was really my first business. I started a local therapy practice. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, and I started a local counseling practice. And I quickly realized that I basically had recreated the 9-to-5 that I hated and left. Because I had to show up to make money. I had to, also do all this other work that really I wasn't getting paid for, right? So I was getting reimbursed for the face-to-face time with my client. They were paying for that, but I wasn't getting paid for the paperwork. I wasn't getting paid for the marketing. And, truthfully, the hourly rate just really didn't cut it for all the extra hours I was putting in. When I really divided up the number of hours the income I made divided by the number of hours I was working, it was not what it looked like. It wasn't like what it looked like, which was my client rate, right? Because suddenly that was decreased a lot. That was cut in half or thirds even. So an unstoppable business is something that allows you to grow. So like when I had that business, I didn't take time off, right? I prayed that holidays fell on weekends. I didn't want the holiday to fall on my office days or my client days or my busy client days, because I knew that people wouldn't always want to reschedule. I prayed that clients wouldn't get sick. It was just like a stressful way to run a business, right? Who's with me on this? Who can relate? Drop a comment, drop an emoji if you can relate, or put a like on this. So I quickly decided, because I love hacks, I love shortcuts, I love systems that allow me to work less. Like, let me tell you something. Back in the day when I had a temp job doing admin work, I was really fast at things. People were amazed. And it's because I didn't want things to stretch out, right? I didn't want to have to work so hard. I found ways to do the work more quickly. Now, the quality of work didn't suffer, and I still did everything I was supposed to, but it was all about me putting in systems into place that allowed me to work less and still make the same amount of money. And, this is something that I'm really, 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 really proud of. So I just want to say that. And I really want you to, tell me a little bit about how you feel about having an unstoppable business. Here's the deal, this is what I keep hearing from women who are in my circle, my clients, my community. They're saying they're too busy. They're saying that they're working on 10 different projects at one time. They're saying that they work so hard and they're still struggling to find excess money to pay their bills and things like that. They're saying they're afraid to take time off. They're saying that they are afraid to really take their foot off the gas for one in their business. They are there. They are in fear. They are really, really, really unsure of what to do next. They're just kind of drained. They're exhausted. They're burned out. They're wondering, like, how can I keep doing this? They know that they don't want a job. That's never in their future. Like, they've made money. They like it. But they are like, how do I make more money? They're not always about increasing their prices, right? I have to tell you guys something. My prices have increased gradually, but that's not what's helped me scale my business. Last year I moved and I was really worn out and exhausted. And to be quite honest, it was amazing because I was still able to grow my business a lot, right? So I was able to grow my business, make more money, make more profits. And it was all, and I worked probably half the time that I had previously. And it was all because I have these systems in place. I took these steps to build an unstoppable business, which meant when I stepped back, my business still grew. So here's the deal. Let me tell you about the 3 steps you need in place to grow an unstoppable business. The first step is making sure that you have multiple income streams. That does not mean multiple clients, okay? That means multiple ways to bring in money into your business that aren't only one-to-one clients. Now, first of all, if you do have one-to-one clients as your main income base, that's totally fine. That is still a huge chunk of my income. But when I started out, I made sure that was about half my income for the year. So I knew that I had steady income coming in. But that was really the short-term goal, right? That was the short-term focus, having those one-to-one clients. Then I started adding in other income streams and experimenting, and I was able to do it without stress because the truth is I was able to do it without a lot of stress because I already had that income stream in place. Okay. So that means that I did not have to freak out every month about how I was going to pay my bills or things like that. It meant that I was able to invest in strategy. I was able to invest in outsourcing. I actually wrote a book in a day, a book of journal prompts. I quickly outsourced someone to design the cover, turn it into Kindle, and help me publish it on Amazon, which meant more money. That book still brings me in a few sales every month. I'm not gonna lie, it's not a huge money maker because it's not really the main focus of my business anymore, but it's definitely something that helps me bring in more money and bring in more clients and just kind of have a little bit of income. Now, if I really had that a focus, it could bring in hundreds or thousands of dollars every month. How does that sound? Groups are a great way if you're getting booked out with one-to-one clients, which I've done. I literally really don't have any more space for one-to-one clients right now. So I'm filling my mastermind, right? That allows me to serve more people. There is a one-to-one level there, which I allow some more people in. And this is a great way to know that I have steady income coming in. I can support clients. I can support a certain amount of clients. I'm getting people who are committed because they're agreeing to work with me in the group for 6 months. They're ready to scale. It's truly exciting. If you're interested in that information, by the way, there's enrollment is closing this week. So go to NicoleBaldoya.com/mastermind, or you can even post in the comments, and let me know, if you're interested in joining and booking a call about it. So multiple income streams are really important to build an unstoppable business because you need to be having other income sources. Now that means that, for example, with a group, you have the group, you consistent, you have it booked out, and you're taking into consideration any breaks that you're coming on or things like that as you determine the rate. So it's not like you're losing money if you take off, a week or something like that. Or there's or there's workshops or retreats, right? So these are things that you can plan and you can, get in your schedule in advance and maybe even tack on a vacation if you're planning a retreat somewhere. These are things that you can get going in advance so that way the money's coming in, you have this arranged, and maybe it's something that's going to bring in more income because it's more costly. It takes a little bit more time to put together. There's a higher price point on it, like a retreat. And then that means that you have ease other pieces of the time if clients aren't showing up or something, or if you take a vacation. So there's so many things. You can also have passive income. The past couple of days, I've gotten a couple of course sales. I totally forgot that I even have this course accessible for sale. It really just happened because, people signed up for my opt-in and they got a special offer and they signed up for it. So that was the money coming in that I had nothing to do with. There's also affiliate income, which is where you send people information, about other people's programs and services, and you have special links for it and you get a profit. So you can really piece together all of these multiple income streams. But I do want to say there's a lot of wrong ways to do this. So make sure that you're getting strategy support. I talk to people and they're like trying to work on all these different things with all these different audiences at one time. And that is not a good idea. So once again, I just added the link in the comments, NicoleLaloy.com/mastermind, so that you can book a call. Say hello if you're on, or if you're watching the replay, just drop replay in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. These are all really things that, that you can be doing to build an unstoppable business, one that continues to bring in income even when your foot is not on the gas pedal, right? When you're not necessarily putting time into it, because, either you've booked out your income in advance, like right now, this is my busy season with the mastermind, but after the mastermind ends, I have a few weeks, I have sometimes a month or so, or a few weeks where I'm not really seeing many clients. So that's the time that I can go away, do things like that. And it doesn't matter, right? Also, I have a really amazing goal setting technique. And this is something that you'll learn in the Unstoppable Mastermind. And we'll be working on it together to get get things going for you. Because this is really important for multiple income streams. You have to have specific goals. You have to own it. You have to be willing to say, like, this is how much each of these income streams are going to bring in. So there's a system to this that's going to save you time. I hear so many people say, I can't add more in. This isn't about adding more in. This is about being more effective, right? Yes, you're adding in more income, but it's being more effective with your time so you can actually work less. Like I said, I work a lot less now. Okay, the second thing you need in order to build an unstoppable business is a loyal community, right? Okay, like you need to have people who are on your list, in your audience, they're outreaching to you, they trust you. You need to develop a trusting relationship with these people. And you also have to have an idea of when they're going to be ready to buy from you. A lot of people mess this part up because they never sell or they never show up consistently in front of their audience, okay? I've messed this up in the past by not showing up consistently, only showing up when I'm filling programs. Now I show up consistently pretty much all the time. Now, once again, this is not something that, I'm spending hours and hours and hours on. This is something that I'm aware of, I have it in my head that I have to do it. And I show up regularly for people, whether it's like doing a live like this, whether it's emailing my list. People know who I am. They know what I'm at. I also develop a relationship with them. I ask them questions. I outreach to them. I sent out an email the other day, asking questions, asking for people to reply. They've been replying, telling me, about some of the struggles they're having, giving me great feedback, giving me really positive reinforcement about what I do. And it's really touching. I'm so grateful for it. And when I want to create something new, like sometimes they sign up right away. The women that have already grabbed the spots in the mastermind, like this has been the easiest round for me to sell because I have a loyal community. I've really worked on developing a loyal community over this past year. I know people who have this, they have the loyal community, they sell to them, and then they drop them. And then their sales suffer the next time. So once again, like in the Unstoppable Mastermind, I'm going to be teaching you how to have a loyal community, how to build it. A lot of people delay this, right? They're like, I'll build a list later. I'll take care of my list later. I'll do something later. And that is not a good idea. Okay. Like you can't do it later. You have to start doing it now. You need people in place before you sell. They need to be warmed up to you. There is a sequence of time needed, an amount of time needed before you can reach out to them with sales things. It doesn't have to be a lot of time. But you absolutely want to make sure it is a good amount of time. So make sure that you are building a loyal community, because then no matter what you introduce them, and they need to be similar, right? This community needs to be similar. They need to be attracted to the problem you solve. They need to struggle. They need to want solutions to the problem that you solve, to their struggles that you help them with. So you need to be really clear in your messaging so that you can build a loyal community. If you're like, I can help everyone with everything, it's going to be hard to build a loyal community because they're not going to know you're talking to them. For example, just now I'm talking about multiple income streams. My community is very interested in multiple income streams. They're, like I said, they're service providers. They're scared of being burnt out. They don't want to have to see more clients. Like I myself really couldn't see more than 15 clients when I had my private practice. Just wasn't interested in it. Didn't feel great when I saw more. So this is really important. A loyal community will mean everything. And, when you're part of the Unstoppable Mastermind, and once again, click the link in the comments, or the description and go to NicoleLaloy.com/mastermind to book a call about it, because we are really going to be building you a loyal community. Like you can do that by getting in front of other people's audiences. It doesn't have to cost any money. One of my clients in the last round of my mastermind got 7 podcast interviews accepted in 1 month, all because, she used the pitch templates. She used exactly the strategy I gave her to make that happen. So when you build a loyal community, it's really good because you can connect to so many more people. You can grow your audience, and then you're going to have people who are primed. They're choosing to opt into your list. They're choosing to follow you. They're choosing to say, like, they're saying, hey, like, I know you can help me. So this is really awesome. So loyal community is absolutely necessary. And yes, that is something that we will be working on. So really quick, we're talking about 3 steps to build an unstoppable business. This is a free mini training. I'm keeping it short and to the point, no fluff. The first step is multiple income streams. You cannot be reliant on only one-to-one services. You will burn out. You can't scale. Number 2, have a loyal community. They're the people who are going to buy things from you. They're the people who are going to tell you what they want, they want you to create. And, that's going to be really amazing. And that's definitely stuff that I'm talking about with everyone. That's awesome. I see a couple of people have grabbed a call about the mastermind. I want to talk to you. Please go and grab it. If you need to, just leave me a message. Hey, Karen, so great to see you. If you have any questions about what I'm going over, please let me know. Anybody watching the replay, please let me know as well about any questions you have, because I want to answer them for you. Okay. So the third thing you need is a support system. I'm going to be honest, like building an unstoppable business, it really takes us out of our comfort zone. We're used to working and trading dollars for hours, right? We're used to trying to figure it out on our own. But the truth is we can get in our own way. We can make things really, really complicated. And when we do that, when we make things really complicated, we can't grow. We can't scale. Our business doesn't become unstoppable. It trips us up. And the truth is that I'm going to be straight up honest. And I'm saying this as someone who, gets in my own way. And that's why I've constantly invested in support and strategy. I don't try to do a lot of things that I don't know and don't like to learn, because honestly, like I could get really stuck on that. So this is very easily something that you can do. And that's building a support system. And I'm going to be honest, like I personally work better with paid support, meaning like a paid mastermind or group coaching program like the Unstoppable Mastermind. That's why I've created that program. I know how well it works. It can be really beneficial to invest in your support and strategy growth. You'll be more likely to take things forward. But you can also have a support system that is unpaid, meaning like you create it on your own with peers. I also have a peer who came from a paid mastermind program. He's my accountability partner. We talk every week. One thing that is really awesome about that is he came from a paid program that I did. So, when you're a part of the Unstoppable Mastermind, people continue to connect and be friends for a long time after. And you can continue with these people as your support system. We started a paid program together. We're still working with each other. We know we're motivated. We know we invest time and money in our businesses. We take this seriously. We take our business seriously. I see a lot of people, who are amazing employees. They take other people's work and business seriously, but they don't take their own business seriously, or they're afraid to claim it and own what they want. They're afraid to set goals and make them happen. It is okay to build an unstoppable business. It is okay to want to make more money while working less time. There's nothing to feel guilty about. And I already have a team of women signed up, ready to do that. And they're enrollment is ending this week. There are just a couple spots left. So please go over to NicoleLeBoy.com/mastermind and grab your spot. A few questions I've gotten from people are, do I already have to have multiple income streams? No, you don't need to have multiple income streams right now in your business. You can still be solidifying that first income stream. We're going to be focusing on long-term strategy and short-term strategy, right? Short-term strategy is making sure you're hitting your income goals now while still focusing on the long term. This is the number one thing a lot of people skip. They don't focus on the long term. Okay. So like even right now, while I've been working on filling this mastermind, which is my short term, I have also been getting on other podcasts. I've been building my list. I've been nurturing part of my audience. I've been showing up regularly, right? And it's not just about sales. So this is really, 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 really important, okay? Because people forget about the other stuff and they get stuck. And it doesn't show up right away, the issues, it shows up in a couple months later. So you have to really be careful with this. So this is why the support system is just such an important piece, because, you're getting not just support, like an accountability, you're getting high level strategy from me. I've helped hundreds of business owners. They are scaling. They've had huge growth. Their wins have included increasing their income by 86%. One of the women, Melissa, last year increased her income by 86%. She's still utilizing the skills she learned in the mastermind. And she was already making a good income, but 86% on top of that is huge. And, she did have to put work in to make it happen, but now she's able to step back more and other people are doing the work for her. There's also a couple of my clients have just bought new houses, right? They are moving into brand new houses. They are able to do that as business owners because they are making the income that they want, and they're able to have time to do the move and to do all of that. And it's because they are not, they've scaled their business. They're not relying on the dollars per hours trade anymore. There's new ways of them making money. They have other options. Some of them have grown their list by thousands of people. Yes, thousands of people. Do you know what it's like to have access to email thousands of people, thousands of your ideal audience? It makes a huge, huge difference, which is really awesome. So these are just some of the results. Some of them have quadrupled their income, doubled their income in the first couple months, quadrupled their income throughout the program, got booked out for months so that they weren't grinding it out every month trying to sell and deliver. We want to get you out of that awful cycle. So she could just deliver for a few months. So these are just many of the amazing things, the amazing results you can get as part of the Unstoppable Mastermind. But you have to book your call now because enrollment is ending. So go to NicoleLeBoy.com/mastermind, grab your call. I don't want you to miss out. I'm really excited. I'll see you guys in there. Bye.